Good morning. It is Thursday, February 17th. This is the Jess Strom Show. I'm your host, Katie Tutzlaw, and I'm with our very special guest, Miss Dejah Terrell, who is a 6'1" junior forward from Reading, PA. Dejah, two-time guest. How are you feeling today?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Well, we're so happy you're on the show. So happy you're part of CalU. Dejah, a great week for you just recently, and obviously through the whole entire year so far. So averaging, I believe, 18.8 points per game, 9.7 rebounds, close to a double-double there every game. And then, obviously, welcome to the block party, 2.5 blocks per game, and just doing a really great job on the defensive end. And for the folks out there that don't know, Miss Dejah Terrell has been, I believe, an 8-time PSAC, either Defensive Player of the Week or Player of the Week. I believe it's 5-time defensively, 3-time Player of the Week. So having a great season so far. Dejah, tell us a little bit about how the season's been going for you, just personally and team-wise. Just explain to the viewers what's been going on recently.
I think so far so good. I think we're coming together collectively very, very well. We're pushing each other every single day, and every day is a new challenge, and I think we're overcoming them pretty well as a team.
For sure. And Dejah, as we talk about the season and as we go on, obviously you've been a dominant force down in the paint, but more recently I feel like there's just a different level of confidence in terms of your game. Is it just kind of getting used to it? It's your first year with the squad. Do you think it took some time just to have an understanding of how we play, what we're supposed to do? Tell me about, it just seems like your comfort level has kind of gone up. Talk to us about that.
I definitely think I'm more comfortable. I used to get nervous before games, and so many games back-to-back, my nerves don't have time to creep up on me anymore. And I think I adjusted pretty well to the program now, and
Absolutely.
I'm loving every step of the way.
Yeah, and it's been fun. We had a crazy week. I feel like every week has been crazy. I love how you said you just have zero time to think about nerves. It blows my mind that you get nervous anyway. You just don't seem like that type of person with your personality. Very bold, very, just awesome personality. I can never even imagine that you would even get nervous. But when you talk about it makes me laugh because it just doesn't seem like it would come just because you're just, so confident on the floor. Talk about your nerves that you've had in the past. Where do you think that just came from?
I honestly think it was just the pressure of wanting to be the best I can be every single game. And I've always thought, I have to go out there and do everything all the time. And now I feel like I don't have to do that anymore. And going into college, I didn't have to do it anymore. Yeah. So I think I'm adjusting pretty well.
And I think that's kind of cool to say. That's a compliment, I think, to your teammates, that that you feel like you can just do what you do well, and then everybody else just do what they do well. I think that's great that you say that because as someone, it's typically taller people your whole entire life, you were probably looked to score on your entire life, look to rebound, look to do a lot just based on your size. I think that's a really good compliment that you say to your teammates that, hey, listen, I just can do what I do well and everybody else take care of them and it works. So a nice inside-outside game. So talk to us a little bit about the week. Edinboro in the dark on Saturday. With your preparation, for the viewers out there that didn't know, there was a small power outage. I believe our game got pushed back an hour and 15 minutes, maybe even more. When you're out there ready to get ready and have that kind of adversity, what was it like for you? Did it change your mentality? Did you have to get refocused again?
I had to recharge and get refocused again. I do think that. But personally, my mindset didn't change. It was game time, ready to be locked in and loaded and do what we got to do. And I think the energy had to be brought more for the team so we can stay just focused and
hyped up.
Yeah.
Got you. And then, so Saturday, a big win versus Edinboro, a team that beat us at their place. So I think for everyone, that was just, it's not relief. It's just you're happy to get that win. I mean, you're happy to kind of get that loss that we had early on back and play well. And then going right into, I believe in Monday with UPJ, quick turnaround, another game at home, which is nice to be at home. I feel like we've been on the road. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, my back felt that way for sure.
So talk to people about let's talk about this because that brings up a point that makes me laugh. For you being 6'1", what is it like to be squeezed in either a bus or a van for you?
It's a struggle, but my teammates make it easy for me. Like, we enjoy ourselves on the bus, so I think that makes it, yes, much better. If I was sitting there bored and thinking about it, I think it'd be the worst thing ever, but it's okay. I think about that, too, for, like, NBA guys and even our men's team. We have Phil, who's pretty tall. Like, how they fit in the bus and vans, it blows my mind. Even in an airplane seat. Got to be uncomfortable for the taller people. Yeah,
I don't really have that problem. Only 5'9", but, you know, it is what it is. So let's go after UPJ. big game last night, intense game. I think from the tip, we kind of knew, playing the first place team in the PSAC, that it was just going to be at their place, Seton Hill, that it was going to be a really good game, playing against the zone. That's a consistent zone. Tell us a little bit about that game, Dejah, and just speak upon, what your thoughts were on the game, how we played, the feeling, just things of that nature.
Seton Hill, that was a great game to me. I think we were challenged and we accomplished it. Like, we came over the challenge. The atmosphere was amazing to me. I loved it. The crowd was great. Both teams, both benches were very active and vocal. But I think we did pretty good that game.
Yeah. And it's nice to kind of, get on the road and go out and play a great team. I mean, and I feel like every team in the PSAC this year, I mean, there's no gimmies, as we always talk about. Everybody's ready to play. But be able to go out there and play against a really solid team and just kind of coming away with that. Like, after the game, what do you feel like when you play an intense game? I mean, it was down to the wire, and especially that last minute and 15 seconds. Pretty high intensity in terms of the ending. When you're done with it, are you exhausted? Like, are you just like, okay, now I got homework to do to get home? Like, what do you feel like after those kinds of games?
All the above. But I definitely feel relieved after every game. Because before the game, I'm like, okay, we got to get this win. Every game matters. So after a big win like that, I just feel very relieved and happy that we overcame, like, it just won the game.
Yep, awesome. And so now as we, face the rest of the week, right back at it. Today is an off day, I think much needed for everybody. How's your body feeling?
It's pretty good. Yeah. Tired, but definitely pretty good.
Yeah, and I think that's probably normal for the end of the year, just kind of feeling like a little beat up. I know that down in the post, you guys have been banging around. I believe it was 16 boards last night, so great effort on the glass. I know that we talk about that. I get hyped up when our team rebounds. It makes me so excited because we didn't have a great shooting night last night. I believe we were 1 for 20 from the three-point line for a whopping 5.2%, something of that. But, being down there, and Seton Hill has some really strong physical girls down there as well. So you're banging around, down in the paint. I mean, I think everybody was banging around. We had huge offensive rebounds contributions from, a lot of people on our team. Even the small, we always say the small, Hallie with a huge rebound and putback, which is always nice. So great effort there. A lot of physicality in that game. So now that you're done with that, recharged to Clarion, getting ready for a big game. Tell us your thought about moving forward. Game by game for you?
Yep, game by game. Every game when we get into the huddle, I tell our team, play it like it's the championship or the last game. So every game, same mentality, go out there, do what you got to do, and bring it home.
And it's been kind of nice. I will say this, as much as I think it's brutal and difficult to play those 3 games so quickly, it does just give us the opportunity to focus on the next one. Like, I mean, there's no time really to even think about the future. It's just focus on Saturday. And I think that you guys, the squad, have done just such a tremendous job just focusing on just being present in the moment and getting ready for the next one. So 2 things to end with. One, what are you most excited for as we start getting closer and closer? I mean, literally, it's basically almost like a week left. So how do you want to approach this?
I know you like for me to think in the moment, but I'm ready to win it big. I think this team can go super far and get a ring, so I'm just ready for that.
Now,
I know.
You know what it takes to do that.
Yes, each game at a game.
Each game at a time. And Dejah, for the viewers out there that don't know like much about the ins and outs of you personally, what's like a fun fact that you could say about yourself? I tell everybody, awesome personality. I think you're one of the most free-spirited, kind, just getting along with everybody that you can. What's a fun fact about yourself that maybe people don't know about there? I know I'm putting you right on the spot.
Fun fact, a lot of people aren't diverse with music, and I think I love all type of music. And I do this a lot, and I don't know if people notice it, but it's party on and just live life to the fullest. So,
yeah, awesome. That's really cool. All right, so folks, that's Dejah Terrell with us talking hoops, Cal U women's basketball. We will be right back with the main lady, Miss Jessica Strom.
Back by popular demand and better than ever is late night dining in the Natali Student Center. Join us starting Monday, October 18th at the hot spot for evening dining, Natali Evening Eats, located on the 2nd floor of Natali next to Umami. Open Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. to 11:30 p.m., and on weekends, 7:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m., Natali Evening Eats is a one-stop shop for your favorite menu items. Orders can be placed through our mobile app or at the designated Evening Eats kiosk. We can't wait to see you there.
And we're back. The Jess Strom Show. Jess Strom in the house today, Thursday. How you feeling, Jess?
I feel good. After a win, that's what I say. It's a great day.
Cures any kind of ailments. It cures. I mean, you could have the worst day in the world and you get a dub and it just makes life better.
Feel good.
Feel the same.
Yeah.
Rocking the buns today, me and you, huh? It's one of those days.
Every day.
Every day's an updo.
Yep.
Anyway, let's talk about Cal U Hoops. Big week so far. I think it's a great week for Cal women's basketball. Feel like we're like in the grind, playing well. I thought we had 2 really dominant victories early in the week and then had a close one. So talk about Edinboro first.
Yeah, a little adversity. You know, it was an hour before the game we find out, well, delayed. We don't know when we're going to play. Yeah. Stuff like that, though, makes me laugh because you just kind of have to go with it. What are you going to do? You know, and I think us and Edinboro, like we all agreed we have to play this game. So whatever we have to do, if we have to wait it out, we got to figure it out because we can't miss any more games. So kind of funny, you know, playing in the generator lights.
But and you know, Jess, I attribute to you, nothing really seems to faze you. I mean, I get wound up a little bit. I know other people get a little bit wound up. A calming force. I think you've always been like that. I think it's in your nature, just kind of who you are. And you're really great at even telling the players, too, like, there's really nothing you can do about it. You just, okay. Like,
yeah, I mean, there was going to be no miracle that I could turn the lights back on. So it was wait it out, see what it looked like. But it does make me laugh. You know, you kind of just control what you can control, and that's what it was.
And the generator lights were fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
to me,
hats off to the
first of all,
Center for having bright generator lights.
I hope we play with them all the time because we shot great. So
we shot the lights right out.
I mean, listen, I might go switch every home game, switch the lights off.
Flip it off. That's so funny. Shot the lights right out of the gym. I mean, literally, most figuratively, whatever I'm trying to say, and literally.
Yeah. But no, credit to our team. Like that, it could be a distraction to people. You know, you're like focused for the game, you're ready to go, we're about to start warm-ups, and then you just wait. And I think our kids were eating oodles and noodles in the locker room.
I was just going to say this. So the fun story about that is, you know, we're getting ready to play, and we tried to, I think, as a group, even strength and conditioning coordinators, Bobby, and our group keep trying to say, hey, make sure we're getting good fuel. Well, there was that nice pause. We walk into the locker room and half our players are eating oodles and noodles. And I just thought to myself, yep.
The message is really getting through
there. There it is. But it is, I mean, maybe they were hungry. I mean,
that was a long time. I feel like for Edinboro, too, that was kind of challenging because I'm sure they time they're eating the same way. You know, so to wait, that is, you know, I mean, that's where you get energy from. So, yeah, I think we just did a good job of refocusing, you know, when it was time to warm up, a shortened warm up, so they were probably happy about that. And I think that we just came out kind of with a purpose, and from start to finish, we kind of, I just think defensively we had a different mindset.
Yeah, for sure. Just like another level of intensity. And, you know, from Edinboro, I misspoke earlier. I said we were at home. We were away. I feel like we've been road warriors. It seems like that.
Yeah.
But at UPJ, take the trip to Johnstown. Nice, easy trip. You know, those kind of trips that I really enjoy in terms of not spending all day on the bus. So I think it's to our benefit when it's a short trip. You know, head there and play UPJ on the road.
Yeah, in the vans. So
driving away.
Yep, 3 vans, some minivans.
Well, don't talk about Coach T's van because we bump on a whole nother level with music. I would like to say that Coach T's vans like brings the energy music-wise. Got Sierra Lloyd on the aux cord just throwing jam after jam after jam. I mean, it was just awesome. So I get real fired up about those van trips.
Yeah, it's fun for you.
No, it's a blast. Not the way home because I don't like driving the truck. But
no, but I think defensively, again, that game, I mean, they had 14 points in the first half. So we held them to 7 in the first quarter, 7 in the second quarter. That's kind of outrageous, you know, 14 points and a half to hold someone to. So I think we just are coming together. You know, it takes a while. Like, this is the first season these guys have all played together. So I think now it feels like we're kind of understanding, like, where are we going to be, how people play, ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, understand. I feel like everybody's kind of coming into their role pretty well. But I think that game defensively was kind of locked down.
Yeah, it's really been difficult. I'm not sure how you feel about this. I barely remember those games because it's going so fast.
Yeah.
You know, I think about, you know, you remember like blurbs from it, like, you know, defensive possessions, you know, just people taking charges, people getting rebounds. But do you find it difficult to like go back and think about those games because there's so many in a row?
Yeah, I think it's because you're right on to the next. Like right after it's over that night, we're talking about the next team. We're thinking about the next team. So I think it seems a long time ago, but it was just Monday. We were at UPJ. So
was UPJ when Shauna was hitting threes? I can't remember.
We'll see on the highlights.
Gary, we have the highlights from UPJ. Let's roll those bad boys because we don't have them today. We don't have them today. I feel like she hit some threes. I don't know why. I just picture her in the corner.
Maybe. Yeah.
Who knows? Who cares? It's a W. That's really all that matters.
Yeah.
And let's talk about last night. Going from Edinboro at home, UPJ away, and then heading to Seton Hill. Another quick trip. Great. Get there. Feel good.
Yeah, really quick. And one thing I really appreciate about this year's team is I feel like we can be super honest. Like, there's been teams in the past where you don't want to say, like, how big a game is, maybe, because you don't want to make them nervous or, you know, put too much pressure. I feel like this group is fine.
Different.
Yeah, it's different. Like, we really said a lot of times, this is a big game, guys. Like, you know, this is a big game. Where in the past, sometimes we wouldn't probably even bring it up. Yeah. And I just appreciate that, like, kind of maturity that we have as a group. Because it is a big game, and I want them to know it's a big game.
They're all big, but this is a really
I mean, Seton Hill was leading the PSAC West. You know,
playing really good basketball.
Yeah, they're a good team. So I just appreciate that about them, that we can, you know, have those honest conversations, and they don't get nervous. Maybe they get a little bit excited, but I think we came out and it was a battle the whole entire game. So
yeah, and I think we knew it was going to be close. At their place, really awesome atmosphere. I think Dejah spoke upon it. Loud.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was loud. It was very difficult for me to hear, like, our plays they were calling, that our kids were calling. No one could hear me. I can't even imagine they heard one thing I said. But their student section was awesome. They had a lot of fans. It was cool. It was a cool environment.
And I think that too, that players do get energy from that atmosphere. I mean, I thought it was, you know, the level of intensity that you had to have to play that game. And focus. You know, Seton Hill, for the viewers out there that don't know, they play a zone, which, you know, is very different than what you see day in and day out of the PSAC. So it's a different kind of preparation. It's a different kind of focus. And I thought our players came out and just really handled it well. And facing some adversity, too, early. Sierra Lloyd, our point guard, had foul trouble early. Hallie Harrington came in the game. Thought I did a great job.
Yeah, she did.
Holding it down at the point guard position. So there was some early on adversity, and I thought we handled that well.
Yeah, I think we have been doing that. You know, I think back to even the IUP game away, like with Bree going down. I know we talked about it last week, and Shauna going down. Like, we have just been kind of keep it moving, like not think about it. Like Hallie, you said, came in and did a great job. I know she doesn't necessarily want to play the point guard position, but for us yesterday, she had to, and she stepped up and did great. You know what I mean? There was no letdown in her. Like, she did whatever we asked her to do. And I think our other players, like I know Bree and Dejah, did a great job of really focusing on what we talked about the openings were in their zone.
For sure.
And I think you saw that in some nice passes, baseline, and the little middle jumpers. And I just think they took the game plan and they executed it pretty well.
Yeah, there was a focus. Definitely like a different, like you said, talked about the game plan and what we wanted to do in it, and it was executed. And you know, I always say too, we had a rough shooting night. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about the 1 for 20 from the 3-point line.
That was part of the game plan.
Exactly. Well, we decided miss the shot on purpose.
Get the rebound.
Have Dejah, Shauna, Bree getting those rebounds.
That was it.
I mean, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah. No, it's.
But fired up about it. Like,
it is. It's funny. And I've said this before. Like, I think people expect a different reaction from me when they say about our shooting percentage. Like, the reporter after the game said, you know, you made the first one and missed 19 straight. And I was like, yeah. We did. That's why you play defense. Like, I think they expect me to be like, oh, yeah, really rough shooting night.
Terrible. What are we going to do?
But the thing is, I never expect a good shooting night. Like, I just don't really care that much about our shooting percentage. Like, to me, the toughness stats matter more. Like, getting the 19 offensive
Oh,
rebounds.
fired
Man,
up. Like, I could have put my clipboard
Yeah.
over my knee over a couple of those things because I was so fired up that we got those boards, battled, finished,
Yeah.
or popped it out to another shot, another possession.
Because to me, that's just being tough and wanting it more than our opponent. You know, like the defensive stops. To me, that's more important. The diving on the floor, like those kind of things. Taking charges. I know Shauna had a few really big charges.
They bring you wins.
Yeah, those things matter for our team identity more than the shooting percentage. So it makes me laugh. Would I want to make more shots? Absolutely. Like, let's make some more.
But when you get stops.
But if you can still win shooting 1 for 20, I feel like that's why people say defense wins championships. Because even if you have an off shooting day, like I'm pretty confident now our defense is coming together that we can get stops when we need them.
Yeah, what was it? What was the score?
51 to 60.
51.
So we held them to 51.
When you're holding teams that can shoot the ball well, play well, have higher, point averages, we've been really happy with them. What were the game? I can't remember the scores, but pretty low.
Yeah, we've
scores.
been holding people 40 in the 40s.
Exactly.
I mean, we used to try to get people 60 or under. I feel like this group is now like our bullseyes now are like 52, 55. Like we have set a standard for ourselves that is pretty good. Like I know we're leading the PSAC in defensive scoring, but I just feel like it's kind of like it means something to us.
For sure, and I think that's the identity. You know, that like you said, that defense will get you places when you're not on.
Yeah.
You know, and man, can you imagine when you bang on all cylinders? I mean, if we
would have won by 30.
If we make some shots and different things of that nature and hold a team to that much playing that kind of defense, but sometimes, like you said, that's the nature of how we play. Like we want to get stops and just rely on our defense to carry us through and win games. And I think that's been that way since you've been here, Jess. Would you say that's always been the focus?
Yeah, it's always been, kind of what we are, that our identity, like you said. And the offense, I think our players are really good offensive players.
I agree.
I really do think that. So if we have the defense now and our offense is already good, like we have good offensive players, and put it all together, it's could be scary.
Yep. And now the focus goes to Clarion. Another big game. Again, all games in the PSAC are huge. We have Clarion at home. Finally get to be back at home again.
Yeah, it's nice.
I love having those home games. It just feels different.
Yeah, I mean, especially weekends. This is our second one since before Christmas. Second weekend home game. Like we've just been all over the place.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice to be home. I think our kids feel more comfortable. You're just in your environment. You have your routine at home, and I think, we have 3 in a row at home.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, we have, I believe, the schedule is Clarion, Slippery Rock Clarion at home, Slippery Rock at home, Mercyhurst at home, and then our last game of the year on Saturday, not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday at Gannon.
Yep.
That's the regular season.
And it's playoff time.
I mean, it is. The clock is out of the window with wings on it because time is just flying by.
Is.
Like, and that's it. But as we talk about that, obviously the focus is on Clarion and nothing else. But regional rankings came out. This was the first one of the year.
Yep. First one.
Talk to us a little bit about the regional rankings and for people that don't know.
Yeah, so obviously we talk about every game is important, and it really is for us. But at the beginning of the season, our end goal is always to win the PSAC and to make the NCAA tournament. So regional rankings came out. Obviously, it seeds the top 10 teams, but top 8 go at the end to the NCAA tournament in our region. So just nice to see where we're at right now. Obviously, there's
a baseline.
Yeah,
basically.
there's a lot of games left that can change that for a lot of people. So. It's obviously not final, but it's nice to be in it. We were 3rd in the first one, so that's always a good thing that we're towards the top, and
for sure.
But we still have to take care of business.
And you can't really even focus on that because, like you said, there's so many things that can happen, not only in the regular season or left. Still a lot of games. I mean, yes, the season's coming to an end here, but still a lot of games to be played that matter for seeding in the PSAC tournament and where you fall in there. And then, obviously you go from those regular season games to the PSAC tournament, have to have a great effort and, a good response in the PSAC. And anything can change it from people that are supposed to win the PSAC tournament to people that don't, people that lose early. I mean, there's just so much that can happen that you can't even put so much stock into that.
Yeah, there's a short amount of time, but a lot of things that can happen.
Exactly.
So we just have to stay focused on the next game. I think our players have been doing a really good job at, okay, this is the task at hand. this is the game plan. Let's do this one. Let's figure this out and then move on. I don't think, I think in the back of their heads, we have our goals, but I think that they've been doing a good job. Like, our focus now will be Clarion.
And a return game for you for Clarion.
Oh, yeah.
This is your first time coaching Clarion this season. Obviously, we're out for the first meeting at Clarion, back at it.
Yeah.
So first time for you. What are you most looking forward to for Saturday?
I just got to live up to your expectations. I mean,
The high
you
standard?
set the bar high.
Whew. Always,
Yep.
always. Learned it from you, the boss. Folks, that's it for the Jess Strom Show. We would love for you to be at our Clarion game this coming Saturday at the Convocation Center, 1 p.m. And listen, at the end of the year, these players, the staff, everybody would love to have your support. These players are working hard day in and day out to bring, the community a great product. So we would love to have you come out, enjoy us at all the remaining home games. I mean, we have Saturday, Monday, and Wednesday at home. So if you can get out, folks, we'd love to have your support. If you can't, watch online with CUTV, and we hope to see you soon. Go Vulcans.